Well, there's a little frozen. And a little small. A little small, yeah. In fact, all of them a bit small. That's going to be great. And there are solid rolls back there, so... Not bloated out, not a lot of juice. That's her. Welcome to Chicken Trials Part 14. And today now we are going to be trying some new ingredients in the dry batter. But we're going to get to them as usual later on, and I'll let you know what it was. Let's see, to start with here we got 2 tablespoons of your sea salt. We're going to be using 2 tablespoons of pepper, 1 tablespoon of the garlic powder. We're going to be using 1 tablespoon of paprika, and 1 cup of flour, and there is 2 more ingredients there that we're going to try, and we'll let you know how they turn out and tell you exactly what it was. The wet is going to be 2 cups of milk and 2 egg whites. And we're going to go ahead and mix all this up, and we'll get started on the chopping of a chicken. We'll go ahead and just get all this in here and get her all mixed up. Alright, with our milk here, we're just going to be using this time the egg whites. Okay, now we're just going to get that all mixed up and we'll get to the chicken. This time around we are going to be using a Claxton chicken again here. If you've seen the previous videos, you know that we're pretty fond of this. They are raised and slaughtered here locally, and they're not packed in the juice like a lot of the other ones, the Tyson, Purdue, you name it. You'll just see them they're packed in the water and a lot of blood in there, and they're just soaked with it. These here seem to be a lot fresher, so this is what we're going with again. We're going to go ahead and open her up and get her washed off, and we'll get to carving it up. We're finishing up on the chicken here. I always cut off the little extra pieces here of the meat, because them will go in the gravy next time around, as well as the back here. All make some really good gravy for your mashed potatoes. And any other little trimmings that you see that you can use, save them as well. Like the neck, for instance, all going to be gravy. Alright, all we got to do now is wait for our grease to finish heating up. And when it finally finishes heating up here, we're gonna, I usually wait until it gets around 350, and then I will go ahead and start battering these bad boys up. Alright, I can see that the temperature is around 350 degrees, maybe a little plus, so to me that means time to start battering it up. So it's battering time here. If you start around 350, if you're setting this on around 7 or so on the stove, you haven't got to rush through this like a maniac. You can take your time, batter it up pretty nicely, and when you're done, you are around 375, which is going to be our actual temperature that we are going to put these in at, is going to be 375. I may not have mentioned that earlier, but that's what she's going to be. We're going to finish up the rest of these and we should be at our temperature. Alright, we had just got through battering up the chicken and we see it is at 375. Don't know if you can tell, but That's her. So in the breast goes first. Followed by the thighs. Followed by the drumsticks. And I like to put the wings in last. And one wing I always try to put where I can use it for a judge. And if it drops clear out of sight like it did then, I like to try to locate it. There it is. If I can get lucky enough to position it, I'll keep it just barely above the oil. That way I can re-grab it back up. "35 seconds. We are cooking with lard in here, by the way. Let's see, it's been around 35 seconds. That is already plenty brown enough. We're going to go ahead and put the lid on it. It has been about a minute there.
Because you added some new lard.
That's right. The new lard, the new bucket of lard, is the reason. Make sure your valve is up. Fill the top here. And start your timer. We're going to be cooking this 11 minutes. But we will get back to you in 2 minutes. Alright, it has been 9 minutes, so we are going to try and turn the heat down from 7 to 6 this time instead of gently cracking the valve, in hopes that the top won't come up.
We're going to try.
It's going to be an experiment. That's what it all is about. Seems to be having a little malfunction here this time around. You see the steam, I don't know if you can see it, coming out of the side right here. That is not cool. We may end up with some charcoal chicken this time around. We will see, huh? We're going to just test this to see if there's any pressure on it since it's steaming out through over there.
Yeah, there's pressure on it.
There is some little pressure on it. Didn't seem like much, to be honest. I'm expecting charbroiled.
I hope not. I'm hungry. This might not be good.
Yeah, probably not. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and make room and set up our pan here.
There we go.
Alright. Let's check on this. That's not a lot of steam at all. That's bad
Bad right there. That's gonna be some black chicken.
Yeah. That's what you call sucky. Alright, let's see what we're left with here.
Yeah, it's extra brown.
It is a little extra brown. I'll be honest, I'll say it first here. That's not nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. It is extra brown, but nothing like I was expecting.
Turn the eye off when you get a minute.
Good idea there. I was expecting the absolute worst from previous trials. That is a little darker than the optimal goal, but still, like I said,
me, Bart. It looks good to me.
We will get it over here and get a thermometer out. Alright, we need to turn something around here, don't we? Usually want to check the two biggest pieces you got here. And that would be the breast usually. And I'll have to lay them up a little bit better so we can see them. One on the right did all right there. That's over 180. This one here is pecking around 160. Get them all the way in here. They both look like they're going to make it.
This one over here on the right especially.
Yeah, it's made it already. And the 160's crawling. So they did get done. We have a little seal scenario here we're going to have to play around with. Apparently the seal was up or pinched or whatever. We'll investigate. Okay, it has been around 10 minutes. It is taste test time. We're going to get up into one of these thighs right here in hopes of getting a little piece of meat and a little piece of the skin. I always say that and I never can. Bit more meat than I wanted. I gotta get some more skin. That's actually got a really good flavor. We're gonna need to eat more to get the opinion though. As always, one taste is never enough to, because you know when you start eating something, then you can tell if the salt or the pepper is too overwhelming. One bite is not good enough, so we will give the final results later on. Okay, now for the other items that we put in. This is what they were right here. We tried some Italian style breadcrumbs and we tried some buttermilk pancake mix. Both of these were in the dry ingredients. And see here, we ended up putting 1 cup of the pancake mix in and just a 1/4 cup of the Italian breadcrumbs, and we will get back to it and let you know how it turned out.